I don't know. I've been in Vegas for a couple of days now, so
Uh-oh.
it's been kind of
Uh-oh. How's Vegas been?
uh, roller coaster. Been a little up and down. So I mean,
That's a
but
good thing, though,
no,
I guess. So, I guess I
yeah,
know the rules of Vegas, so I'll just go ahead and keep my questions to myself on that part. But man, I'm so excited to see you back, and honestly, I imagine you're going to be a lot of people's first live performance that they're seeing again. Have you seen all the people and how crazy they've been just with like going to the NBA games or like people going out? They're saying that people are crazy now that the pandemic is over. Have you seen any of that? Like at the shows? Have you seen a different energy?
well, I mean, I think people have just been anticipating the time that it does come, and the fact that some people have probably been cooped up a little bit longer than others, because I
Cool.
know everyone hasn't been participating in the quarantine as they should. So sometimes you get days, and it's just like, I don't know, but you got some idiots. Like you said, at some of the sporting events, people spitting and throwing certain things at people and stuff like that. That hasn't come off very well. But I know here in Vegas, things are kind of getting back to some type of normalcy. A lot of the clubs are opening back up. And then the beach parties have been awesome. And just, yeah, everything's getting back to staying in Vegas the way that it has. But so far, so good.
Well, I will tell you, even just like I said, man, getting ready to hear live music again, it's what I've been itching for, itching at the neck. And everybody knows that Nelly, you just make nothing but hits. And you've been doing it since everyone was a baby. So, and honestly, you're one of the first person who I remember who helped evolve country music, working with Tim McGraw and that kind of stuff. Who reaches out? Is that something that you reach out to Tim? Or does Tim reach out? Or is that your idea, to cross over?
Well, I think when it comes to that type of situation, I know with over and over again, it definitely was my idea reaching out to Tim. It was an idea that I had. I can't say that everybody on the label was in agreement of it, especially at that time. A lot of people probably thought that I was trying to derail my career at a time. But I will give my label credit. They did kind of believe in me a little bit enough that I was able to make it work. And I just believed in the music, so I
Right.
just kind of myself.
Man, and just like you said, you believe in the music. And out of curiosity, I always hear it's so easy to make that first hit, and the hardest part is always making the second one. You've done that over and over again, no pun. But is that something that you just start to hear? Like when you know it's a good hit, like the recipe is right, you just kind of know it? Or is it something that's all in the hook? Is there like a secret formula?
No, I think you try to trust in your instincts as an artist. Obviously, it doesn't work all the time, and I don't think there's anything that an artist has made and that they're willing to put out that they haven't thought that it would, go as far as maybe something else. Don't get it twisted. Some songs you probably do have a little bit more faith in when you're releasing it, but I don't know. You can look at an artist like Kanye, who probably feels that everything that he puts out is on a certain level. And then I'm probably somebody such as myself who tries to kind of play it by ear. That's probably the best way.
Terrible time to have your ringer on when you're talking to Nelly. So
Uh,
I fought for the distraction.
I didn't even hear it. Nothing happened, so we were good.
Well, that's how that goes. They say, hey, you don't have to always admit every mistake that you immediately make, because now everybody knows it. So there went that. Immediately embarrassed myself. There went that. That's cool. Uh, do you have a room where you hang up all your plaques? Because, man, I get so excited when I get one random RIAA. And I imagine with you and having so many songs, do you have a spot like where you put your plaques up, or is that?
Yeah, it's called my mom's house. It is funny though, because I know kind of early on in my career, I was very fortunate that I was receiving plaques and awards at a certain time, and but then it just stopped. I stopped kind of sneaking them. Well, first I used to be proud to show my mom. Then I realized that she was taking everything. So then I started to hide shit from her. You know what I mean? I used to try to start hiding things from her, and then she started finding them, and it was just like, listen, okay, cool. You win. Yeah.
So did you start getting like a lot of crazy promo items from, I mean, like you got like Air Force Ones and grills. Like, am I just a prize pig?
One of the things that I did kind of take advantage of in the beginning and not really truly appreciate until maybe a couple years after were like when you would get the big ass swag bags.
Yeah.
And you would have stuff in there like iPods and things like this. But at that time, you know, you weren't really tripping off of them. And you would go to these award shows and they would be giving away like $30,000, $40,000 worth of swag bags to all of the artists. And you wouldn't really worry about them. And my mom cleaned out the garage one day and she was finding like very first mini laptops that people would give, you know what I mean? And it's just
from
like
Steve Jobs,
like,
003.
I had one of those for free, and I was just running around buying shit, and it was really weird.
She's like, we have 40 of them in the room, just so you know. I don't know why you had to go buy some of those.
Exactly. Never knew.
And I'm always excited, man, with the way people digest music now. It's so immediate. You have a new EP coming out. Excited for that?
Yeah. Excuse me, man. Excuse my voice, man. But
oh, you're perfectly fine.
Okay, long as you know I'm coming from Vegas and it's early in the morning. It's like 6. Okay. I mean, is it? Can somebody tell me anything?
It's 3 a.m.
There it is. There it is. There it is. What you asked me?
Before I get in trouble from the record label, how you got new music from the EP?
No, the EP is called the Heartland EP. Obviously, the first single, a little bit, and we want to appreciate everybody for playing that. Shout out to my brothers, FGL, Florida Georgia Line. A lot of y'all might have heard the first song we ever did together. I think was in like 2013, maybe. I think Cruz was like maybe 13 or 12 or something like that. And we decided to kind of bring it back for this one on a single. But it's not a country album, but I call it country influenced. And right. I say that because I don't really feel like Nelly can wake up one day and decide that he wants to be a country artist. But what he can do is possibly make a project and show his appreciation for the way that country music and the way that the country music world has embraced Nelly. And that's what this project is. So, I mean, from top to bottom, I mean, we get in with it. And I call it a bunch of country club bangers, for real. So I'm really looking forward to it coming out.
Man, and excited with Kane Brown. Please tell me, is Kane Brown's voice for real? Like, how this guy has like the deepest voice I've ever heard. It's extremely impressive, and I'm like, this guy is smooth. Just honestly, it's the new style. Do you take any credit for that? I'm telling you, Nelly, I think you did. Whenever you had to bring a little bit. Let me not pat your back too much. I'm telling you, did though.
No, either that or he spent about 4 days here in Vegas, and it just.
Well, we can't talk about it.
And it just true stuff. I would be very afraid if my voice stayed like this. But Kane's a tall brother, so he can get away with it. You know what I mean? He's
right.
Like, he's very, very laid back, and he's very chill, and that's what makes him so dope. Is that it's effortless.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And that's what I was saying. And I think where you're saying, you can't make a country album. I think good music is good music, and I think everybody sees that. You can hear it. And I think that's what people are so excited to see. Have you noticed when you did make your song with Tim McGraw, did you notice that the audiences became more broader?
Well, I felt like both sides of that coin was kind of giving the other side a little bit more consideration to the point of yeah, we were, because you got to understand too, when we did that, you know, this is Tim McGraw we're talking about, and we're talking about it at a time. I mean, he was still a Mount Rushmore of country, so to speak, at this time, and here he was entrusting this rapper, so to speak, with an idea that he was probably a little bit unsure of at the time, but he was able to put his trust in me and put it into the music, and we were able to make it work, man. So I think now you get a situation to where you fast forward 16 years later, and you have kids on both sides of that coin that are really paying attention to, just like what you said earlier about the overall vision of music, and that, yo, if it's good, screw it, we jamming it,
right?
You know, and it continues to grow every day with that. Exactly.
I don't ever go and listen to music specifically by just this genre. It's just good music. Exactly. And man, like I said, we're so incredibly excited to see you at River Spirit Friday, June 4th. You're going to be coming out here. One of the things I was dying to know, I saw you with Shaq doing a hot wing eating contest. Yes. I think it's coming up. Man, you eat a lot of hot wings. Is this something that you?
You know what? I definitely love me some chicken wings.
Okay.
You know, not super hot though. I can't do super hot. If you watch that scenario, you see me pleasantly bow out so that Tim Tebow can step in. You know, since I feel like yeah. You know, Tim is he's a little bit more religious than your man. So I figure that if anybody can take on those wings and be prepared, say a couple Hail Marys and get to it, it would be Tim. So I just kind of myself in that situation, and you know, kind of cheered on my team. But I'm a more of a lemon pepper type of guy a little bit too.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out lemon pepper. Lemon pepper with the mild, you mix them together. Woo!
No, I would definitely try it.
Okay, there you go. That's my tip of the day. So I hope you enjoy it. I will say, when I saw you with Shaq, I think the one thing that I will say, I feel like I'm your dad right now. I'm like, Nelly, I just love you so much. Everything's so great. But genuinely, man, I love seeing you do so many different things and cross between so much, you know, from doing movies like The Longest Yard, which, by the way, before I forget, was there anything memorable that was real crazy about, you know, Adam Sandler and Chris Rock that you remember? Or also, did you steal anything from the set just to try to remember it? Or am I petty like that?
Well, listen, I wasn't the first person to start taking shit from the set. I'm gonna say that. I got put on how to get down by some of the other stars. Like, this was my real first movie. You know what I mean? Right. So I was like the newbie. And then I kind of got hip to the game. And like you were saying, I mean, here you have Adam Sandler, obviously. You got Chris Rock. You got a host of other people, some Goldberg, right. And, you know, and then you have, you know, you have the GOAT. You know what I mean? And then my man, excuse my voice. Yeah. But it would just be like telling the stories. You know, Chris would tell jokes. You had Adam telling jokes. Then you would have the GOAT, Burt Reynolds. He would just lean back and he would just sit up and he would say, you know, that reminds
Just to remind you.
Yeah, and he would say something like that and the whole damn set would just go quiet because you don't know where the story is coming from. You know, this is Burt Reynolds, so there's no telling. You know what I mean? And it don't matter what era. You know, this was Hollywood royalty, and you know, it was just phenomenal, man. And I just truly appreciated that experience. And yeah, it was one of the best times of my life. Was
what
being
did you
out
take?
On that.
What did you take?
Well, you know what?
Don't worry, it's cleared. You can't get in trouble for it.
No. It wasn't nothing like that. It was, okay. You remember in the movie where right before we went out to the big game, we had I think it was Bill Romanowski. I think it was like Bill Romanowski or something like that, and he headbutted the locker.
Yes.
And the locker, he dented the hell out the locker. Yeah, and they had to do this scene. I think we did this scene like maybe 8 to 9 damn times, and this guy headbutted the locker every freaking time. You know what I mean? Like,
that's dedication.
And
put him in the
I was
credit.
fortunate. Yeah, I kept one of those tapes where, you know, your head got headbutted and people signed the locker for me and things like that. So, I mean, I did take it, but they knew I had it. So
Oh, yeah. But those are those kind of cool things that I'm like, I don't know if I treat it like I'm going to the Hard Rock Casino and I'm like walking around and looking at all the different plaques and all the setups.
Now look, I didn't take shit like that. You know, I was only maybe a couple years from being removed from officially still being before I was an official rapper signed. So I still was a little paranoid that they might take this shit away. So I didn't take anything that I thought anybody would come in and look for me for. So I was like, nah.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing this. This might be a setup.
Yeah, you just got to ship it to mom's house. She'll somehow cover it up and/or immediately tell you already have one of those.
Ship it to her and tell her it's a plaque. She'll hide it from me.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Out of curiosity, I always hear Adam Sandler's like one of the best basketball players. Is the hype real? Did you ever get to play him?
There is a myth.
I knew it.
There's a
fake news
story that Nelly and Adam Sandler played a game of one-on-one. And I'm sad to say that Adam did win.
He did, but he cheated though, right? Heavily.
No,
I heard the ball way different.
No, he just had this old one slow ass fadeaway move, and it was just terrible. But it was money. Like,
it worked.
Legit money. He was very fundamentally sound.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, I came out, I was ready.
Yeah. Hot sauce. Oh, the professor.
I all my shit matched. I had the new J's on. I was looking live, you know? And here he comes out here. Where the hell he found these damn shorts from? And are those even sneakers? What the hell is that on your feet? You know, and I'm laughing. I'm giving him all kind of BS and everything. And I mean, the guy was just technically fundamentally sound. He wouldn't miss. He was backboard class. He was like, have you ever seen the Chappelle show? Where it was
absolutely.
Where it was like he was telling the story about Prince playing basketball at the house, and he was just, that's how I was. I was literally, what the hell, the guy won't freaking miss. And it was just like,
I heard he was on something. You should have checked him. Maybe that's what it was. We should have tested his urine or something after that. A UA.
Well, he did not ban alcohol from the set, so I think I kind of got set up.
He knew what he was doing.
He challenged me. It was after a
he called you out.
And you know.
He knew what he was doing. Well, Nelly, I will tell you, man, I'm incredibly excited to see you come to Tulsa. You're going to be at River Spirit Casino Resort Friday, June 4th. And my very final question I do have to ask you, because I'd be weak if I didn't, and everyone who listens to my radio show will make fun of me. So I met you in PCB, and while we're in Panama City Beach, I guess I should be a little bit more clear. Okay. And
hey, man, I was there with me.
I'm not coming, nothing crazy. So while we were there, though, I get pictures the next day, and they sent me the picture, and it was like of our meet and greet. And this was the only photo that they sent me. Hold on, let me turn this ridiculous light off so that way. That's my wife right there as we were walking away. You're looking at her and see if she has apple bottom jeans, right? You're not checking out her butt, right? That's what I was trying to tell everybody.
No, it looks like you're telling me to look right there. Where are you looking?
That's what it was. I set you up. That's what it was. So blame it on me.
Pretty much.
I will tell you, man, I'm super excited to see it. It was a compliment. Thank you for taking your time to even chat with me, and wish you nothing but the best, and excited to see live music again.
Thank you, Jacob, man. I appreciate it, man. Again, sorry about the voice, but yeah, I'm still here, man, in Vegas. So I might see you at the show.
Okay.
All right,
Peace.
all right, man.